And my ethnicity is Kamba.
So we'll start the interview. I want to give you 5 minutes to tell us about yourself and why you think you fit the bill of a judge of appeal. We want to know who you are and what you have done, what makes you suitable for this position. And as you finish it, maybe you tell us, what do you think are the attributes of a good judge of appeal?
Thank you, my lady, for the opportunity to appear before this panel. For this interview, I do not take it for granted. My name is Jacqueline Mbithe Mwinzi Muindi. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya of almost 25 years, come April this year, having been admitted to the bar on the 12th of April 2001. Since my admission to the bar, I have practiced law all the years, starting with the law firm of Ngoku and Associates, which was a short stint in the year 2001 between July and September 11th, when I crossed over to the office of the Attorney General as a state counsel. I joined there as a state counsel too, and have risen to my current position of Deputy Solicitor General and head of the Government Transactions Department. What this department does under the general mandate of the Office of the Attorney General under Article 156 of the Constitution of Kenya is to advise government on law, and specifically for this department, we advise government on matters touching on transactions which may take the form of procurement contracts under the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act. We also advise on agreements which are based on the Public-Private Partnerships Act. And we also advise on financing agreements. These are loan or credit agreements and also grant agreements under the Public Finance Management Act. In addition to that advisory role, I also represent the Attorney General in boards of state corporations. I've done that during my tenure in various boards. The first one was in the sector of sports. The name then was a Sports Stadium Management Board. I was the alternate to the Attorney General and did a tenure of close to 4 years. Thereafter, I went to the tourism sector, where I represented the Attorney General in the now defunct KTDC. I also represented in the National Irrigation Board, now National Irrigation Authority, and currently I'm representing the Attorney General in the Kenya Health Human Resource Advisory Council as the designated representative. I also attend meetings when delegated to, meetings which have to do with policy formulation. Because you have gone through my CV, you have seen the number of policies I've participated in, starting with the National Land Policy. Yes.
You?
Yes.
If you can tell us now your experience, that global experience,
yes,
how it makes you
yes,
suitable for the job.
Yes, for the Court of Appeal, I appreciate it's a collegial court, and how we work in the Government Transactions Department We work in teams. When a contract or a financing agreement is brought to us, we constitute ourselves into teams of 2 or 3 with the head of department, which is me, being the presiding person. A draft opinion is drafted by council under me. The supervisor looks at it. I also look at it to ensure that it is within the requirements of the law as applied to the facts presented. And if I can comment on the procurement contract specifically, where we have to look at what process was employed to arrive at a draft contract. We look at all the tender documents, all the correspondence.
Okay. That is also detailed.
Yes.
So who is an ideal Court of Appeal judge?
An ideal Court of Appeal judge is one who meets the requirements of professionalism, of competence, collegiality, a person of integrity. And coming in now, I think I fit that bill because I have been a person of professionalism, a person of integrity, a person who has demonstrated diligence and competence throughout my years of service thus far.
Thank you. I'll hand you over now to Justice Ishale to ask the next set of questions.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Justice. Ms. Mwinzi, some time back, a few years back, phraseologies like my dress, my choice, my body, my choice were very common. If that be the case, my body, my choice, why is attempted suicide still a crime under the provisions of Section 226 of the Penal Code?
Thank you, Commissioner, for that question. Yes, attempted suicide is an offense under the Penal Code because the Constitution has granted the right to life, which means then even a person is not entitled to take their own life. And if I can put it into context, supposing this person is a parent, by taking their life will be depriving the children of their rights, and that's why it should be dealt with in that manner.
Basically, what you're saying to us, and which is correct, that freedom also has limitations.
Correct.
All right. Now, in the area of criminal law, when an accused person has been sentenced, say by the trial court, and subsequently, and in this case we can say the trial court was the magistrate's court, and then he or she files an appeal,